The DIcastery insists the people deserve context. I am not sure who these people are, as I've yet to see any comments, nor am I sure how a good example of this context would be of robbing casinos, but... Article 1. Did it tell the story well? This includes all the things that make a movie beautiful to look at, listen to, or to communicate the intended story. How was the story told?
Part 1. Visually. Section 1. Cinematography. Subsection 1.
The camera and lenses this movie utilizes have aged gently, like Latin. They are not in the realm of unwatchable, but they bear the mark of age without necessarily seeing any benefit, unlike Latin. The plain shot compositions work well for the methodical way the plot progresses, proof that restraint is a virtue.
Subsection 2. Lighting.
The nature of the palette used is similar to the camera, but different in that it does benefit the movie's intention. The point is that all things exciting in the United States,
Las Vegas,
happen at night or in the dark. Not exactly subtle, but subtly done.
Section 2.
The sets are good. They look and give an average audience goer the view of Las Vegas that includes its seediness as well as its glamour. The sets go a long way to build the world.
Section 3.
The costumes are good, not overdone or underdone. They fit time, place, character, and function.
Section 4.
The editing is very good. The cuts between scenes and length of the scenes pace the movie better than writing can alone, and it gives the movie a tangible rhythm, which makes the beats of the plot and jokes land better.
I hope you were the groom.
Section 5. Special effects.
Subsection 1. Practical effects. The use of practical effects almost exclusively, if any digital effects were used at all, was a good choice, especially for this kind of movie, and gives it a very timeless feel and appeal. It also made the movie look much more realistic.
Section 6. Action. Subsection 1. Choreography. Paragraph 1.
The fights are minimal, so even the overextension of the punches is of minimal obstacle to the viewer's suspension of disbelief.
Section 2. The stunts are few and short. The slow chase scenes add to the no-stress feeling the movie provides, and it also happens to be more realistic.
Part 2. Auditorily. Section 1. Foley.
Ulcer.
The movie's sound effects are usually excellent. There are very few exceptions, such as the punches and the steel cable wavering noises, which sound very dated and unrealistic. Section 2. Music. Subsection 2. Non-diegetic. Paragraph 1. Score. Some of the score is dull or uninteresting, but overall the score is suited to a world of falsity and glitter. This is the composed score and the tracks like the Elvis song.
Jazz still sucks. Section 3. Audio mixing.
There are stray lines here and there that are hard to hear, but they are less of a problem than when the soundtrack is too loud at a part where the soundtrack is hard to listen to. These instances of too quiet or too loud are rare, and the rest are balanced well, sometimes even with silence.
Part 3. Story. Section 1. Direction.
The film moves confidently and with purpose, like Christ to a sinner. The whole composition gives the sense that everything was intentional. All the scenes and elements were done to make the story work better than it would have without those scenes. Nothing was superfluous.
Section 2. There are few films better acted than this one. Pitt and Clooney could carry the movie on their own, yet even the lesser actors in this ensemble perform excellently to the full extent of the script and beyond. Section 3. Dialogue. Witty would be a good description.
That's right.
But the dialogue is way better than that.
Is that right?
It does everything it possibly can.
It's informative of both character and plot. It's funny, and yet it does not go beyond what a normal person might actually say.
Section 4. Writing. Subsection 1. The plot is of a crack duo who gathers a team of thieves to rob a casino or three in the United States' Las Vegas, Nevada. The plot itself, it has any holes. They are not ones that impede the initial viewing experience. There are things here and there that don't make sense even while you watch the film. On screen, the heist is well constructed, well thought out, and works seamlessly. It develops naturally from planning phase to internal drama to last-minute fixes to execution. Subsection 2. Characters. Each character is deliberate, their sin particular, and their virtues evident. The exception to this is Tess. She stands as an island and receives too little of her own character. She doesn't quite fit the mold of hapless maid the story wants her to either. Paragraph 1. Tess and Danny's romance is intimate, and it comes from good actors knowing what to do and how to do it. Unfortunately, the breakup of their relationship was for a good reason, and she should not take back Danny just because another man proves himself a terrible person. Subsection 3. The world building is excellent. We are steeped in the world of Vegas. The jazzy music, the people, and the back rooms and parking lots, as well as references to places long gone, give a greater sense of the ecosystem these thieves can use to their advantage. I would compare the city and its decadence to modern Venice, but that would be unfair, as Las Vegas probably has working confessionals. Subsection 4. Pacing. Maybe the most beautiful thing about the movie is watching the story unfold.
We're just supposed to walk out of there with $150 million in cash on us without getting stopped?
Yeah.
This scene, like so many, takes its sweet time developing the story in the mind of the audience, as well as on screen. Article 2. Was it a story worth telling? Theme. An impossible task, redemption, is not so impossible with a good team and a good plan. A sufficiently great team can accomplish any possible task, but neither the team nor the task justifies the action, no matter how grand of a story it tells. The story that the movie operates in is one where certain moral and friendship characteristics are isolated so we can see them shine as virtues through flawed or immoral acts. The thieves are professionals. They work hard, prepare rigorously, and consistently treat each other and bystanders with generosity, patience, and magnanimity. It frames them as more human and humane than Terry Benedict, whose cruelty, coldness, and willingness to harm others in the name of profit embody a sterile, rigid system summed up in
The house always wins.
This phrase pulls double duty. It expresses how outgunned the crew is on a plot level, but it also points to an impersonal, unforgiving structure that grinds people down, so that the heist can become a fantasy of human ingenuity. For Danny and Rusty, the heist is not done for money or greed.
Not entirely.
We never see the money being enjoyed or squandered by any of the crew. There are no shopping montages and no celebratory excess. Rusty doesn't even upgrade his car. Instead, the emotional climax is the completion of the impossible task and the restoration of a marital relationship. But Rusty and Danny suffer from an intoxicating need to prove their brilliance, to subvert a system designed to crush them through a feat that only they could pull off. In other words, they did it because they could. Virtus puritur in lucro. While the virtues of the plan and the execution shine in isolation, they risk scandal by making lawless men seem not just clever, but noble. Danny's return to prison is an acknowledgement, though small, that one cannot trick the moral order forever, though it's too faint to be redeeming.
I found this video interesting in the making of the film and what it had to do with the project's almost unique pacing.
Criticism should do two things at once: name where a story lies or misleads, and recognize without embarrassment the scattered places where it accidentally tells the truth. A story does not have to refer directly to moral truth per se. It can be a hindrance to reception if truth is mentioned too obviously or without nuance, at least to the uninitiated. If no one engages with these videos, I will be allowed to go back to my metaphysical studies.